Hi everyone, welcome to Oxford News This Week. I'm Terry Stiles, and in this week's news, gas prices are not stopping travelers and there's a carnival in the air. All that and more, the Oxford News begins right now. Drivers are feeling a pain at the pump after a third consecutive day of price increases, and according to AAA, Michigan drivers are paying a nearly average of $5 per gallon last week, breaking a previous record of $4.80 per gallon set in the same week, and almost $1 more than a year ago. While AAA blames increased demand for gasoline and crude oil for pushing up those prices, some news outlets and some senators blame the current administration's shutdown of oil harvesting in the United States. Despite record high prices, last week demand for gasoline increased by 100,000 barrels per day due to Memorial Day travel. America's crude oil reserves are down 13.5% from a year ago. Jim?
James Manning was traveling back and forth from Oxford to Charlevoix, Michigan. Says that most he's ever paid for gas, and this trip cost him a little over $200. I filled up on the way up, $99 on the way up, and then on the way back it took $111 to get him home again to fill the truck. Teresa Amir, who's traveling this weekend, she and her husband were traveling from Delta, Ohio, which is about 4 hours from Oscoda. Both Manning and Amir say because of these soaring gas prices, they're going to reduce their travel smarter. They still plan on traveling this summer. Terry?
Smoke alarms save lives, and the Oxford Fire Department wants to remind folks who need smoke and carbon monoxide alarms to sign up for them at the Oxford Fire Department through the new Safety Begins at Home program. Under the program, the department is distributing and installing the alarms free of charge in the homes of township and village residents, particularly senior citizens, individuals with disabilities, and low-income earners. Funding for the Safety Begins at Home program was provided by a $10,000 grant from Fork County Community Foundation, as well as donations from North Oakland VFW Post 334, the American Legion Walter Fraser Post 108, American Legion Auxiliary Unit Post 108, the AMVETS Post 108, Curtis Insurance Agency, Kaunelis Insurance Agency, Rotary Club of Oxford, VTC Insurance Group of Oxford Agency, Carter Quality Hardwood Flooring Inc., and Zero Miss Swiss Insurance Group, and the Oxford Lions Club. Jim?
Earlier today, Oakland County Sheriff's Deputy Shane Freiberg received a certificate and a challenge going from Save My Heart, a nonprofit organization dedicated to improving the sudden cardiac arrest, SCA, survival rate. Save My Heart recognized Deputy Freiberg and his efforts to revive a patient whose heart had stopped beating in May of this year. When 911 was called, he was dispatched. The deputy happened to be in the area, so he was the first on scene to arrive. Based on the symptoms he had observed, the Deputy Freiberg also determined the patient was experiencing SCA. Deputy Freiberg, who's been a sheriff's office since back in 1996, attempted to resuscitate the patient by administering chest compressions and using an automated external defibrillator, an AED for short. An AED is a lightweight battery-operated portable device that analyzes heart rhythms if necessary and delivers an electric shock to restore normal rhythm. Oakland County Patrol vehicles are equipped with the AED devices. Deputy Freiberg continued rendering emergency aid until members of the Oxford Fire Department arrived and began advanced life support. They were able to restore the patient's pulse and transport him to the hospital, transfer them to the hospital. Unfortunately, the patient did not survive. Despite that sad outcome, though, the Oxford Fire Lieutenant Kevin Snell, the Department of EMS coordinator, recommended Freiberg for his activities, quick thinking, and heroic efforts in the field. Congratulations for knowing what to do. Terry?
Well, this is for all the Lake Orion Dragon alumni who have moved into the Oxford area, and there's many of us. The LOHS multi-class reunion will take place on July 6th at Camp Agawam again this year. A few things have changed. It's donation driven, and instead of hot dogs and hamburgers, there will be a food truck. It's a taco truck and an ice cream truck. There will be selections for vegetarians as well. Or you can bring a picnic basket and chairs. Rock Candy with Dave Williams from the class of '72 will be providing entertainment again this year. There will be a silent auction and a raffle for handmade cornhole game made by Orion grad and NOTA employee Ed Eckler. Thanks, Ed. Feel free to donate a silent auction item if you wish. Feel free to contact any committee member through the multi-class reunion site on Facebook. Jim?
So we were going to Greenfield Village with Rock Candy. Get ready, Oxford. We're getting ready to celebrate the summer event of the year. Returning to Seymour Lake Park coming up. 5 days of fun, merriment, and great activities. This year's festival includes classic car cruise, live music, 4 days of carnival rides, games, 2 nights of fireworks. The fun begins actually right outside the studio doors here. Wednesday, June 8th is when you want to be here. The classic car cruise, the barbecue from 4 until 8 p.m. Skirback Entertainment Group Carnival will be there open 4 to 11 p.m. June 9th through the 10th, and noon to 11 on June 12th. That would be the Sunday, I would imagine, noon to 4 p.m. Anyways, you can purchase tickets. Wristbands are available. Skirback.com events/227. I'm sure the website will show up below me. Cash is only at the gate. Fireworks will begin at dusk on Friday, June 10th, and then Saturday night, June 11th. There is a $5 per vehicle parking fee for these 2 days. Beginning at 7 o'clock, parking will be free the rest of the time. If you'd like more information, log on oxparkrec.org/Seymour Celebration. Again, that will most likely appear below my little face here. Terry?
So with that, Dave Kenny and Auto Talk and Science and News will be back. Jim will be back with sports, so don't go away.
Welcome to Auto Talk. I'm Dave Kenny, and these stories are taken from Automotive News. In our first story, Toyota will introduce the 5th generation of its innovative hybrid technology in the 2023 Toyota Corolla Cross, giving the all-wheel drive subcompact crossover an extra 25 horsepower while delivering a 23% boost in combined fuel economy over the model that went on sale last year. The Corolla Cross Hybrid, equipped with a standard electronic all-wheel drive system, will go on sale late this year with a hybridized 2-liter engine delivering 194 horsepower and boasting an estimated 37 miles per gallon combined in fuel economy, Toyota says. That compares with the crossover's standard 2-liter engine that delivers 169 horsepower and is rated at 30 miles per gallon combined in all-wheel drive form. Like the non-hybridized version, the Corolla Cross Hybrid will come standard with Toyota's new touchscreen-based infotainment system, as well as Toyota Safety Sense 3.0, which includes dynamic cruise control, lane keeping, blind spot monitors, rear cross-traffic alert, and automated headlights. It will be available in 5 trim levels, and Toyota says it will come standard with 17-inch wheels and 18-inch wheels available on some trims. The brand will make its Toyota multimedia system standard on all models and update safety and driver assistant technology as part of the refresh, Toyota said, which includes styling and lighting changes to the Corolla's front fascia and rear deck. In our next story, Chevrolet has slashed the Bolt EVs and EUVs starting price by about $6,000 for 2023 as it prepares to roll out electric crossovers powered by General Motors Ultium batteries and aims to accelerate Bolt sales to record highs. The price reductions come as an average transaction prices continue to climb industry-wide. GM's average transaction price was $50,717 in the first quarter, up 18% from a year earlier, according to TrueCar. This change reflects our ongoing desire to make sure Bolt EVs, EUVs are competitive in the marketplace. As we've said, affordability has always been a priority for these vehicles, Chevrolet said in a statement on June 1st. Both the Bolt and its longer Bolt EUV sibling are built on the brand's previous generation electric vehicle architecture. The 2023 Bolt EV will start at $26,595 for the 1LT base and combined with $32,495 for the 2022 model year. The 2LT starts at $29,795, down from $35,695. The 2023 Bolt EUV will start at $28,195 on the LT trim, compared with $34,495, while the Premier trim will start at $32,695, down from $38,995. All prices include shipping. GM CEO Mary Barra has said that the automaker plans to launch an electric Equinox, which will be larger than the Bolts, for about $30,000 next year. The reduced pricing, that is, on the Bolts will help differentiate the crossovers. Because the Equinox is powered by more advanced batteries, the vehicle's range is likely to be longer than the Bolts. The 2023 Bolt EV has a range of 259 miles on a full charge, and the EUV has a GM estimated range of 247 miles on a full charge. Well, that's it for this edition of Auto Talk. I'm Dave Kenny, and we'll be right back.
Back with you on Oxford News this weekend. Not really a lengthy sportscast. Obviously, we'll have more as the fall gets upon us. A bit of excitement on the grounds of Oxford High School just a few weeks ago when the U.S. Army UH-60 Black Hawk helicopter touched down, and it was there to visit the Oxford varsity baseball team. Military appreciation game. Folks got to chat with the chopper's crew, sit inside the machine, and pose for photos. The Oxford baseball team, again, covering them this year with Becky Bannis. Again, not much in sports. We'll have more as fall gets upon us. Again, we'll be back in a moment. I think Dave Kenny has another segment, and Terry and I will close it all out. Have a good day, and we'll be back with more on Oxford News this week.
Do you love local sports? Whether it's Oxford High School or Parks and Rec, you can buy copies of each game. To purchase your copy, call us at 248-628-9658 or give us an email at manager@occtv.org or talk to us at the next game. Hopefully we'll see you there.
Welcome to Science in the News. I'm Dave Kenny, and this story is taken from New Scientist. People with a high genetic risk for dementia can reduce the likelihood of developing the disorder by living a healthier lifestyle, a study in the U.S. suggests. Adrienne Tin at Johns Hopkins University in Maryland and her colleagues used data from more than 11,000 people in the U.S. collected between 1987 to 2019. The participants had an average age of 54 at the start of the study and were followed on average for 26 years. Of these people, 8,823 were of primarily European descent, and 2,738 were primarily of African descent. The researchers devised a score for each participant based on 7 health factors. These are to stop smoking, eat a healthy diet, maintain a healthy weight, remain physically active, and to control blood sugar levels, cholesterol levels, and blood pressure. The team combined these factors into a single score on a 14-point scale, with 0 being the least healthy and 14 the healthiest. These factors are promoted by the American Heart Association as a means to maintain good cardiovascular health and are known as Life's Simple 7. Previous studies have shown that improving your health in any of these areas can also reduce the likelihood of developing dementia, says Tin. In this study, the researchers wanted to see if this was still true for those who are most at risk for developing dementia due to their genetics. The team used genome-wide association studies to assess each person's genetic risk for developing dementia and then use the information to split the participants into groups based on how high their risk was. Those with the highest risk group were 1.5 to 2.7 times as likely to develop the disease as those in the lower risk group. The researchers found that people of primarily European descent in the highest genetic risk group could reduce the likelihood of developing dementia by 8% for each point by which they increased their healthy lifestyle score on the 14-point scale. They also saw similar results for people of primarily African descent, but due to the smaller sample size, the researchers can't be as certain about their conclusions, says Sitin. Overall, people of primarily African descent who scored between 9 and 14 in the lifestyle assessment had a 17% lower risk of dementia than those who scored between 0 and 6, the team found. In the time span study, 2,234 of the participants developed dementia. There were no major differences in our finding between African and European ancestry, says Tin. These findings show that it's particularly advantageous to maintain these healthy habits early in life, since our study finds that a higher Life Simple 7 score in midlife is associated with lower risk of dementia, she says. She says the next step is to determine what social factors may prevent individuals from making their lifestyles healthier. These results are very promising, says Claudia Cooper at University College in London. They show that while none of us can know for certain our starting risk for developing dementia, we can all take steps to reduce it. Well, that's it for Science in the News. I'm Dave Kenny.
And welcome back, Oxford News this week. Great to have you with us. Hopefully you enjoyed some, and again, a lot of great celebrations coming up here in what do they call it, Terry? What's it exactly called, the celebration?
Seymour Celebration.
Right. It's kind of outside the studio door here, which is kind of convenient for you guys filming stuff. I remember years ago, you have to come all the way over here, but looking forward to some days of festivities, fireworks, and fun.
Yep, so come on out here, get online with the Ox Park Rec and find out the times or watch us on OCTV, Charter Channel 191, AT&T Channel 99. You can catch us on YouTube, Rumble, or Facebook and get all that information. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks a lot. Have a great week, everybody. Enjoy your time at Celebrate Oxford. We'll be back next week. Stay there.